Well, good morning. This is day one of my January Bible diet sampling. The first week here is water fasting, and I've just completed day one. I'll give you the results in a moment. So this January 1 through 7 will be water fasting only. Then I'll move on to the Real Daniel diet for 10 days, then on to the Ezekiel diet for 1 week, then on to the Exodus diet for the last week of January. So it'll be total 31 days back to back, no gaps in between. It's a little ambitious, but I'm committed to it and dedicated myself to that. And so day one of the water fast is now done. It's usually the hardest day because it's such a change from what I've been doing. Eating every day to suddenly eating nothing at all is a big deal, and you have to stay strong on that first day. I got through it really well. I didn't do any exercise. I did spend a lot of time at my desk. I spent a lot of time reading scripture, getting some rest, getting myself settled, planning, thinking, spending time in prayer as well. I did get a headache in the afternoon. I'm pretty sure that's because I didn't have any coffee at all. I only had water. And I'm someone who, I love my coffee, and usually by mid-morning I've already had a whole pot of coffee. It's like 4 big cups or something. And then sometimes I'll have another one in the afternoon, and then maybe a decaf in the evening if I really want one. So that's something to get out of my system. So in the afternoon, what I did was I took my big mug of water. I have about 2 of these a day when I'm water fasting. That's about 1.5 liters or maybe a little bit more. And I just added my, I've got it here, my Redmond's real salt. Just put a little bit of that in there, and it gives me all of my essential electrolytes. Within a few minutes, actually, of drinking that, my headache did ease off a little bit, but it did persist a little bit through the end of the day. But I've woken up this morning and I feel fantastic. And for the results, I did begin this diet at a higher weight than I usually sit at. I'd gone through all the Christmas feasting and New Year's and a lot of socializing, and I started at 225.3 pounds to be exact. Well, this morning when I weighed in, I am 219.6 pounds. So that means I lost a total of 5.7 pounds in my first day of water fasting. So I'm not going to get too excited about that. It is funny though that my scale, I use the Hume Health Body Bar Plus, which is a great scale for giving me all the data points that I need. After I got off the scale, it gave me a warning on my app saying, is this the same person? Because there's such a big change. It thought maybe somebody else got on the scale instead of me. So I thought that was kind of funny. My body fat basically stayed the same, and I expect that as well, because of course the first few days of any restriction to your diet, you're first going to burn glycogen, and glycogen is attached to 3 molecules of water for every molecule of glycogen. So when we eat carbohydrates, it turns into glucose, and glucose combines with 3 molecules of water to create glycogen. So for every 1 gram of glycogen, you have almost 3 grams of water, and glycogen is what we burn for energy. So in these first few days, my body is going to use up all of the glycogen that it has stored ready for use in energy, but of course I'm not putting anything back in. So what will happen is my body's going to get triggered to start turning to fat, and taking the fat and turning that into ketones so that I can use that for energy instead. That's where the fat will start to burn off. So it's been a great first day, a huge result. I mean, almost 6 pounds dropped in body weight, knowing that there needs to be the water loss first, but it's good to get through that as quickly as I can. So I'm having a good start to day